with Gene Musher, earning varsity letters in volleyball, basketball, and softball while serving as the team captain in each. Gene graduated from Kenyon High School in 1981. Following a stellar high school athletic career, Gene attended Bemidji State University on a volleyball scholarship, while also playing basketball for 1 year. As a four-year starter and varsity volleyball letter winner at Bemidji State, Gene earned many Northern Sun Conference and team awards. In 2000, she was named one of Bemidji State University's top 30 athletes, and in 2010 was inducted into the Bemidji State Hall of Fame, the Athletic Hall of Fame. Presently, Gene ranks 5th all-time in career assists for Bemidji State. In addition to her outstanding high school and collegiate athletic career, Gene earned several degrees from Bemidji State, including a BS in physical education and master's in sports administration and in health education. Since 1990, Gene has worked at Rochester Community and Technical College, serving as the college's head volleyball coach from 1990 through 2007, and head softball coach from 1993 through 2012. From 1990 to the present, she served as a health and physical education and recreation instructor and as Rochester's Director of Athletics from 2002 to 2017. Have I missed anything? Jeez. During that time, Gene led several teams to the National Junior College National Tournaments and has been named Junior College Regional Coach of the Year multiple times. Gina served on numerous national committees in her capacity as Region 13 Women's Director from 2003 to 2018. It is my honor to introduce Gene Musher as one of our guest speakers. Gene?
Thank you. Most of you know me as Jeannie, and that's how most of my friends know that I am among my hometown people, because most of my friends call me Mush, and then when somebody says Jeannie, they know I'm from my hometown. So welcome, thank you. It's a hot day, and yes, I'm warm, but I'm kind of used to it. So welcome to our dedication of our memorial, a place that we all had as our foundation. From the creaky halls of the 3rd floor to the old auditorium with class, plays, and games, and that shiny new floor on the new section with the big gem in the middle. First of all, I want to thank the committee and those that took the time to see the vision to save this. I know it took a lot of years, and many times people probably thought you were crazy, but thank you very much for saving it. I was asked today to speak a little bit about girls' sports in Kenyon and Title IX, but really it begins before then, so I have to give you a little history. First question I have to you is, do you know what college hosted the first women's basketball game in the state of Minnesota, and when? It was Carleton College just down the road in 1883. How many schools do you think in the state of Minnesota actually hosted girls' basketball teams between 1900 and 1940? Many of you probably think none, but actually during that time period there was over 350 schools that hosted basketball during that time. I can't imagine that Kenyon didn't do the same, but unfortunately people that we can ask are not here, right? So it began long before Title IX. It began with our grandparents. So what happened in 1940? Well, there was a small group of people that felt that medical communities felt that sports were too bad or too hard for the reproduction system, basically, of the women athletes, and they stopped letting us participate. So in 1938 in Minnesota, the Department of Education recommended that girls be dropped from the athletic programs. We went from 37 schools, or in 1937 we went from 92 schools that actually were performing in basketball to 1938 there was only 38 teams, and by 1940 we were all pretty much eliminated from competing. But that was the key, competing. It still happened, it just didn't happen out in the community. So between 1940 and 1970, we as women and girls were actually delegated to the sidelines. And so many of you here were part of the people that were part of band, part of choir, part of cheerleading, and part of band, marching band. And my sister doesn't know this. I'm trying not to get emotional. I used to watch her twirl, and I would be mesmerized by her abilities. But I always